Good Wednesday morning, friends. It's me, Terry Lambertson. And as you know, I'm doing a series this week on 30 things you can do to get your brain to shut up. And the first one today is meditate for just 3 minutes. Right? Get still. Calm it down. Take deep breaths. And if it's still blah, 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 concentrate on your breathing. In, out, okay? Just 3 minutes and meditate on the goodness of God. Number 7, if your plate is too full, and I think as women, when isn't it? And the answer to that question is it isn't when you start saying no. It's a complete sentence. If somebody is going to drop out of your life because for the first time in yours, you stood up and said, no, I can't do that right now. It might hurt for a minute, but anybody who doesn't applaud you when you do that doesn't really care about you. Or they're having such a bad day that they don't even realize that that's what they're doing. Right? But yeah, if your plate is too full, it's time to say no. Next. Declutter a drawer or a surface. Okay, look, our minds are going to remain cluttered if that is our environment. Okay, so we built this house and we have been living in it for about 4 years now. But the last house that we lived in for 17 years was super cluttered. Super cluttered. It was already cluttered when I got there. And then I added mine to his. And one of the things that I did when we moved into this house was we got rid of a lot of stuff. I was like, look, we cannot move all of this stuff into the house and pack it out every closet, every drawer, every cupboard at the beginning because we're going to live here for a while. And people are going to buy us things at Christmas and our birthday, and there are going to be things that we want. And, this is the way I set it up. If you want to bring something new into the house, you have to get rid of something that's already here. So we're 4 years in, and right after the new year, I have an enormous pantry. Seriously, I've had bathrooms that weren't this big. And I went through my pantry. I got rid of food that had just been around for too long, where the date had expired. I swapped some things around that made more sense. I got some more bins in there. Now it looks kind of empty to me, but that's good. When we moved into this house, I had my whole kitchen island full of baskets and trays and all kinds of little organizer things. So as we moved in, everything got unpacked into those, and then those got put in the cupboards. Really a good opportunity to do stuff like that. So I've been here for 4 years. I pulled out everything from under the kitchen sink and rearranged it, made it look a little neater, got rid of some stuff, because look, you got to be proactive, right? But yeah, if your space is cluttered, so is your brain. At least clear yourself out a corner somewhere. Make your bed. Make your bed. I don't ever tuck anything in, so I just kind of smooth it out and put the cover back on it. But yeah, make your bed. And finally, for today, light a candle or open a window. Yeah, fresh air, fresh air. Even, and even though I live back east and it's cold right now, I would still open a window just for 5 or 10 minutes, you know. Light a candle because it attracts your focus. It gives your brain something else to do besides just going blah, 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 blah. All right, you guys, I hope you all have a wonderful Wednesday. I will be back with you again on Thursday morning. I'll see you then, friends. Bye now.